Welcome back. In this next part, we zoom in on a deceptively basic question. What is AI anyway, and why does the definition matter legally?
The first move here is to resist treating AI as an objective technology. It is a socio-technical development, systems plus data, infrastructure, economic incentive, aspiration, real-world deployment contexts, and more.
That also explains why the success of AI can't be told only as a story of technical breakthroughs. It is also a story about capitalistic scaling logics, systematic legal violations by global AI providers that were tolerated for a long time, like copyright questions in the context of training data, the content moderation question when it comes to social media, and the aggressive extraction of personal data. Also, guardrails for preventing users from generating illegal content, like the generation of instruction on how to build a bomb.
And that leads to the practical core. Many of the AI challenges are really challenges of using, extracting, and generating data, and then operationalizing those outputs in ways that affect people's lives. But to come back to our core question, what is AI anyway?
Therefore, we turn to the AI Act's legal definition. Article 3, paragraph 1. This is where the EU draws the boundary around what counts as an AI system for the purposes of the regulation. It determines which systems fall inside the scope of the AI Act and trigger the obligations across the life cycle of AI systems. And it reads as follows.
AI system means a machine-based system that is designed to capture with varying levels of autonomy and that may exhibit adaptiveness after deployment and that for explicit or implicit objectives infers from the output it receives. How to generate outputs such as predictions, content recommendations, or decisions that can influence physical or virtual environments.
And it also sets up interpretive battles. For example, borderline systems, automation that looks like AI but isn't, or some system that looks simple but is an AI system under the AI Act, or adjusted product features that get rebranded depending on the compliance incentives. With that, we can introduce the regulatory concept of the architecture of the AI Act as a whole. First, the regulatory structure. The Act is not one single duty, it's a layered system of classifications and obligations. Second, the material scope. What kinds of systems and use contexts the AI Act covers, and most central, the high-risk classification functions as the operative regulatory definition in practice. Once something is classified as high risk, a whole compliance stack becomes mandatory. And exceptions matter. They're not footnotes. They can reshape enforcement realities by carving out categories or narrowing applicability, for example, open source exemptions under Article 2, paragraph 12 of the AI Act.
Third, there's the personal scope. Different entities act as the AI lifecycle. Providers, deployers, importers, distributors, and others are regulated differently with different cultures and liability exposure.
And territorial scope. The Act follows a market logic. If you place AI systems on the EU market or use them in ways that affect citizens in the EU, obligations can attach even if development happened elsewhere. Finally, the AI Act sorts AI into prohibited, high risk, low risk with transparency duties, and importantly, systemic risk for general purpose AI systems. Thank you for following the session. In the next chapter of the course, we will look at the scope of the AI Act.